What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Crucible. My name is Nick, and today we are going to be starting a new series taking a look at the rest of the competitive season leading up to the release of Bright Lights in early October. By season, I am referring to the week after Battle Hardened Atlanta up until the release of Bright Lights. There are going to be a lot of Living Legend points to be earned this season. Specifically, we have 1,126 points will be given to CC heroes and 92 points for the Blitz heroes. Now, there is a little asterisk for this. There may be an error with a couple of the PTI events and an uncertainty on how the Team Blitz events actually hand out their Living Legend points. I have made the assumption that them being a team event of 3 decks, that they will award 10 points to each of the heroes of the winning team. That is 30 points for each of those Battle Hardened events. Now, the PTI events do award 2 points each, and there are at least 2 that I am not 100% sure on their format. I tried finding on the organizer's website what format those would be, but was not always successful at that. So there are some points that might be a little bit more or less for either CC or Blitz. Now, on to the National Championship season for 2023. We have 44 countries in this year's Nationals. That's 6 more than the countries that participated in the 2022 Nationals. The newcomers being Brazil, Brunei, Cyprus, Estonia, Iceland, and Japan. During week 1, we'll have 20 countries. The big one, obviously, for the US Nationals, that also coincides with the Calling Las Vegas, a Battle Hardened and PTI event. Then the other 19 being Australia, Brazil, Brunei, Denmark, Finland, France, Iceland, Indonesia, Italy, Lithuania, New Zealand, Norway, the Philippines, Poland, Portugal, Slovenia, Sweden, Taiwan, and Vietnam, all taking place during that first weekend of the season. That is the 26th and 27th of August. In total, week 1 will be awarding 616 Living Legend points for CC heroes and 20 for Blitz. Now, in week 2, that is the first weekend of September, the 2nd and 3rd of September, we have 13 events happening for Nationals. One in Austria, Croatia, Estonia, Germany, Ireland, Japan, Malaysia, Romania, Singapore, Slovakia, Switzerland, Thailand, and the UK. 230 CC points will be given on week 2 and just 4 points for Blitz. The final week for Nationals, that is the 9th and 10th of September, we have 11 Nationals taking place in Belgium, Bulgaria, Canada, Cyprus, the Czech Republic, Greece, Hong Kong, Hungary, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, and Spain. Last week, we have 264 CC points and 8 for Blitz. Post-National season, we have 3 Battle Hardened events, 3 PTI events for a total of 16 points for Classic Constructed and 60 for Blitz. This coming exclusively from the 2 Team Blitz Battle Hardened events. For specific points that are going to be handed out, US Nationals gives 100 points to the winning hero. Any Nationals with more than 96 players, except the US, will award 20 points to the winning hero, and countries with less than 96 players will be getting 10 points to the winning hero. Now, the Calling Las Vegas, as we've said, will be Classic Constructed and award 100 points. The Battle Hardened taking place in Las Vegas will award 10 points to the Blitz format. There are going to be a total of 25 PTI events, each awarding 2 points to the winning hero, either for Blitz or CC. And we have mentioned 3 Battle Hardened events: Battle Hardened Columbus, giving 10 points to CC, and then Battle Hardened Florence and Portland awarding the presumed 30 points for their Team Blitz events. Let's take a look at our Blitz heroes during this season. As we can see from this handy chart right here, no heroes can attain Living Legend status this season. Now, despite this change, I don't think the format will get stale whatsoever. Skirmish Season 7 rule changes have been implemented into the format now with a few minor changes. You can see everything in the relevant announcement up on the Fab TCG website. And I do believe these will freshen up the format for everybody. Also, the banning of Drone of Brutality is going to change how a lot of decks function. The Irie deck, for example, and that Fatigue Riptide deck will surely receive a big hit due to these changes. But regardless, that is going to make the format a nice thing to come back to, especially post-national season as we wind down and get ready for the release of Bright Lights. On the other side of the aisle, we have Class Constructed. Now, with the points that are available to CC heroes this season, theoretically, all heroes could reach Living Legend, but that would mean that some of the heroes would need like 1,000 points to do so. That's quite unlikely to happen. If we see our top 5 heroes right now, Briar needs 0.18% of the points available. Icelander needs 21.14, Dash 35.88, and I believe the rest is the most unlikely to become a Living Legend this season. So even Dash is a bit on the higher points than I think is possible for the season. I think Briar and Icelander are the only realistic options for heroes that will attain Living Legend status this season. Obviously, the biggest implication for Briar reaching Living Legend is the loss of Rosetta Thorn for all Rune Blades, but at this point, the only hero that could use it is Viserai. His deck is really slanted towards that 3-card sweet spot where you play your Modern Skies, you swing an attack that costs 2 by pitching a blue, and then you have your 1 resources to get that 4 points of value out of your Rosetta Thorn. Obviously, that needs to change. Whether or not people start just change out the weapon for Reaping Blade, it costing 1 to activate, or the entire deck changing for some other weapon, we'll have to wait and see. Now, granted, Viserai is not in a great place right now, especially with Warmongers running about in a lot of decks. Now, Icelander rotating, I think, has a lot more implications to the format. That is going to be the last major control deck that currently exists in the format. You could argue that the Bravo really likes to fatigue people now too, but Icelander really is a deck that can sort of tighten the screws on the opponent from multiple angles during many parts of your turn or their turn. So her rotating, I think, will have a much greater impact, at least until we see another type of control hero come out. It'll also be the last hero that really does utilize cards like Channel Lake Frigid. Obviously, Lexi is still a part of the format, and she technically could run that card, but especially with the builds that are running around right now, I don't think that's going to be the case. So it's going to be quite a big change, her rotating out. The biggest change, though, I think, is the fact that once she leaves the format, people will no longer need to respect arcane damage as much as they might have been up to this point. Perhaps Kano will take advantage of this change, people running less AB, and then people might bring back some more AB into their decks. It'll be an interesting push and pull to see how people land after Icelander rotates, especially since we don't really have any other premier arcane hero in the format. Overall, I do think that this season will be very exciting. It's a great time to be a Flesh and Blood player, and it's a great time to be watching coverage. There's tons and tons of countries that are going to be streaming their events. The US Nationals will obviously be a big viewing experience for those not playing during that weekend, and I can't wait to both watch all the Nationals events that I can while also participating in my own. I want to wish everybody good luck in their events, no matter what those may be, in whatever format you enjoy playing. I hope that everyone has a great time watching some great games of Flesh and Blood. And I will be here every single week breaking down all of the results that we have from every single country, from the PTI events, from the Battle Hardened, the calling that's going to be taking place in Las Vegas, and we're going to be seeing how things change for the Living Legend status of the various heroes. If you've liked this video, consider leaving us a like and a comment down below discussing what decks you think are going to be performing this season, what event you're participating in from any place around the world, and if you'd like to stay up to date with all the goings on for this competitive season, do consider giving us a subscribe down below. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.